like 100X, but you asked about the biggest.
Yeah.
That's the biggest on record. Could you imagine
32
a 32-foot,
No.
900-pound snake?
Hide your dogs.
Hide yourself.
Everything. We're going to need a bigger boat.
Get me. Yeah.
Okay, a bigger boat.
Come back
That's
to
true.
Hale Abrams' tank. What do
man.
you got to say now, Snake?
South Walton gets it done. They destroy. Was it 17-2, Jim Bob?
Yes.
Who they beat?
Hernando.
Hernando. And Arnold, God bless him. We'll hopefully get Coach Jones on here in about 15 minutes. Arnold, 3-2. Cooper Moss. Eli gets hurt in this, second pitch?
They said that he dislocated his shoulder backing up a play, so I don't know exactly how you do that as a pitcher, but he only pitched 2 pitches and came out, and Cooper pitched the rest of the game. So.
And Cooper gave it 5 hits or something.
5 hits.
They
5
battled,
hits,
man.
and we lose.
I mean, it was 8th inning,
3-2. Unbelievable.
If you know
top
anything
20
about
teams in the
American
nation.
Heritage, that's
They're
just
loaded.
Yeah, they're top 20 in the
everything.
nation.
In everything.
So to go down there and battle
So-
like that, that's a great
that's
season
a
for
good job.
Arnold.
Do we know who won the other one? Newberry?
Yeah, Newberry.
They did?
Yes.
Wow, that shocked me. I thought Jesuit would win that one.
Not Newberry. Mulberry.
Marbury.
Yes.
That shocked me there.
Beat Jesuit.
All right, let's bring him on right now. The mouth of the South, the one and only, from the great state of Arkansas, lives in Kentucky, visiting North Carolina. Where's he
Probably
at?
calling from
Yeah,
Tennessee.
Tennessee,
I
baby.
think he's in the Bahamas right now. Witness protection from the Sopranos, the one and only Mike. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. I'm in Haiphong Harbor, Vietnam, celebrating.
Well, good morning.
No, I'm lying, of course. Again, but how about this name and number thing? By the way, welcome aboard, Mr. Wilson. I'm sure you're one of the great descendant of some of the great Nobel laureates out of the state of Alabama. I think
Absolutely.
the entire Manhattan Project was staffed by guys from there, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Manhattan, Kansas. Yeah, beat TCU in this. Whatever, Kansas State, whoever, whatever. I got to ask you something, though. I do have a real question. Jim Bob can get involved in this because he's more intelligent than most of y'all, and he's definitely more sensitive. But
This is true.
what are they going to... And I pray for President Biden. I mean,
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
I was praying
I
for
agree.
him for the last, years. Here, I got the name of the movie of the Biden years.
Yeah.
1,461 Days with Bernie. It's kind of a ripoff. Hey, Jason got it. He saw Weekend at Bernie's. The rest of y'all
I
were
did.
watching film or something. Or yeah, whatever.
I watched
Pretty
the last
accurate.
4 years.
Jim Bob's coughing over there. I got to go soon. But let me ask you something. Can Miami beat Cal in Durham at the tournament? Crickets. Nobody cares.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is real sports now. Come on.
What sport are we talking about? Because there's a couple of...
Baseball. It's a baseball season.
No.
I've got all the teams listed, ranked, how they're ranked in the ACC, and Miami is 9, and Cal is, I believe, is 16.
That is correct.
That's not a real high-profile matchup, especially
Well, here's the
from
thing.
the U's point of view.
Did you lay some money on this one, Mike?
Yeah, you might have some money
Yeah, I
on this
might
one.
have something wagered on it, but I also brings out a point of mine. Cal and Stanford should not be in the ACC. And Mac Brown, God rest his soul, well, he's still alive. He's up, he's so much older than Belichick. They had to get rid of him. He's like 8 months older. So Mac did not want Mac and Bubba Cunningham. That's a great Southern name. Did not want Cal and Stanford in the ACC, and it's caused a lot of problems, money and all that. North Carolina State said they wanted them. So, I mean, it's too much information because let's talk about the greatest conference in our nation's history.
Roll
Got the
Tide.
domination going on. Roll.
Oh, yeah, he choked on that one.
Anyway, I got hung up on that. Go Vols. Love y'all.
Go Vols.
Keep your
Go
baby
Vols.
safe. Pray for everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, Cal Stanford don't exactly move the needle for me in baseball or football, so
With anything, really.
Yeah, well, that's not that long of a trip.
I thought we were talking sports.
Yeah,
Yeah, Chapel Hill to Cal Berkeley, that's not that far.
nah, not far at all. All right, how much time we got? All right, today, let's get this. Today now, we're going to give away a Gulf Coast Jam ticket. It's got to be valued $300, right?
General admission.
People
Yeah,
trying
over
to get them left,
$300.
right.
If you wait right up to the day of the show, it could be worth a little bit more.
or a little bit less.
Yeah,
I
depends.
think the weather's going
Is
to be.
it true? Now, the ticket value will go up if they hear that you're going to sing your rendition of Old Rocky Top.
They've asked me.
Are you going to go?
I will be there performing. Okay, thank you for. We were going to announce it later, but Jim brought it up. I think he knew about it. Yeah, they want me to go sing a
He's
couple
opening up
songs.
the show.
Yeah, we'll open up.
Ticket
one.
prices just went up. I just saw it online right
Oh,
now.
it's going to go through the roof.
Spiking, baby.
Boxcar Willie. Didn't I beat his record, Boxcar Willie?
Oh, yeah.
Or Freddie Fender, one or the other.
One of them.
I don't want to ruin it, but aren't you going to see It's a Man's World at the end?
Yes, that's going to close it out with that. The place will go absolutely nuts. And all you women, just remember that it is a man's world. Anyway, but we're going to give it away, a Gulf Coast ticket. Now, we gave
Sometime
4.
in the 8 o'clock hour.
We gave 4 to Ryan, 4 to
Afternoon
the Afternoon
Dogs.
Dogs. They're doing. I don't know how they're doing it.
I don't either.
And I don't care. I know we're going to give one at a time. We're not giving a pair. That way, we give one at a time. It makes it seem like we have more.
Well, you
to
might
give
do
away.
that tomorrow.
Well, you have to sit with a stranger, make it awkward. It'll be fun.
Well, it makes they get here to get it. We can say, well, I can give you another one half price. He's got to pay for it.
There you go.
Yeah. So I make a little bit of
You
money.
got a little racket going on.
I know
already.
what
I
I'm
knew
doing.
there was
Got
something
to pay for
going
that
on
new
there.
car.
Thank you, Jason.
You're welcome.
Hey, what's going on, Max Fit Sports Nutrition?
Oh, everything's going really good. I mean, I want to thank everybody that supports us. We've had a really good, beginning of the year. Last year was a little rough for all of us, but summer season's here. People trying to get in shape. So we have our free sample bar. If you take any proteins, vitamins, greens, any type of products like that, we got some really good ones in. So you can come out and use our sample bar. We got our Sleep Aid Somatomax that's been selling really well. Of course, you've
That
tried
place
that
is
out.
incredible.
Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff. Our peptides, healing peptides are selling really well. We got a lot of doctors sending people in now because they see the value of these versus, just treating symptoms. They can actually help heal some of the problems that people have. So just come in and utilize our free sample bar. We're located on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village and in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
I'm telling you now, go any kind of ailment you have, go by and see Jason Kowaleski. You can try it before you buy it. If you're having problems, you get older, you have problems sleeping, they can take care of it. They're all natural. I really like what we're doing, this stuff, and it's really good sleep. But the joint boost is really well.
Yep.
If you got your knees or hurting shoulders, anything like that. My cholesterol, I'm quit taking the statins, and it was 155.
Nice.
Did what you said. It's worked out perfectly. But the meal plan, if you're a parent and both of you and your wife or your boyfriend or whatever you got going on,
Or all three.
or all the above, you want to save money. Because if you go out to eat, you're going to spend a lot more for dinner in a nice restaurant. You spend some big money.
Right.
We all know that. You can have this. We did it for a while, and we need to get back doing it. They deliver, or you go pick it up, and it's already portioned out. You know how much fat you're getting, how much cholesterol, all this protein, everything. And you get really great food, healthy food. And it's not loaded with sugar or salt and things like that. This is something that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's healthy, it's balanced. I mean, we use
Bill
local
Allen
farmers.
did it, and he hadn't even he paid for it and hadn't picked the food up yet.
No, he's on a different type of plan. He hadn't bought the food yet. But the meal plan or meal prep company, we make healthy, prepared meals. You can order on Friday, pick them up on Monday at one of our drop-off locations, which is at Max Fit, Fitness Junkie. We got Anytime Fitness over in Callaway if you're over that direction. But you can order directly off our menu, bulk order. If you order up to 5, you get a discount. It's maxfitmealsanytime@gmail.com. You can email for any health-specific needs, and we can cater a diet just specifically for your needs. So you can email them, set up a consultation, and they'll take care of you, and you can pick up your meals pre-made.
And again, we're going to give away a free Gulf Coast Jam. All you got to do is be the 5th caller. What, 7:40? What time do you want to do it?
Sometime after 8 o'clock, sometime.
Well, let's do it at 8 o'clock then.
During the Alabama update?
Well,
Please.
I was going to say
20 minutes to do
I was
it.
going to say 7:45, but you, for some reason, want to do it in the 8 o'clock hour. I don't know what the hell that's about. But
What will we do if
can we do it at 7:45?
Bear
can.
Bryant's
We can and we will.
That way we can. Yeah, let's do it at
Who's better,
7:45.
Nick or Bear?
Does
Or Kirby.
Does it matter? This is going on too. The local 115, Kyle Vandergrift. I think Kyle's going to call us at 7:30. I think, but they got some stuff going on Wednesday night. Trivial every Wednesday. You're going to have trivial night. Summer Fighting Championship belt. They're going to give away for the winner. Lunch specials, $14 and under, including crab cakes. All kind of stuff going on down there. But Wednesday. through Sunday, 11 o'clock to 3 o'clock. They got a lot of great things happening for the lunch special. We'll talk to them about that a little bit later. But don't forget, every Wednesday night, you want to go have a great time. The place is cool, too. It's kind of like the Bay County Hall of Fame. They got every kind of picture.
Wait, now you said it on Wednesday night they're going to have fighting. Does that involve manly? Is it going to be like one-on-one, like cage matches?
They're just going to have a winner. We'll ask Kyle when he get him on the phone. We'll ask him about that. But I'm telling you, man, if you love gumbo, if you love crab cakes, go down there and check it out. I think you'll absolutely love it. It's downtown, 115 Harrison Avenue, and everything's open down there now. Both sides are running.
So.
Everything's good. So no problem with parking, anything like that. They got the Tommy Oliver draft beer, which it's really incredible. Whatever they say the price is, it actually is. It doesn't keep going up.
14 million of beer.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, well, whatever.
That was Jason Kovaleski.
No, it was not. That was James Hale.
Hey, and also tomorrow at the legendary J. Michael's restaurant, the best seafood, the best ice cold draft beer. You know, he spent a lot of money on that machine, and it comes out crystal ice, and it's incredible. Go check it out. The legendary J. Michael's on Thomas Drive. On Wednesday, and Wednesday only, have the world-famous J. Michael spaghetti. It is completely packed out every Wednesday for lunch and dinner. If you ever go there and try it, you'll go back every time. They don't do it once a week, but they got the best seafood, coldest beer, the legendary J. Michael's. Also, Beef O'Brays in Lynn Haven. Pat Perno, the city commissioner over there, does such a wonderful job. He's doing stuff with
Yeah, he comes in and sees me quite a bit now, and I think
we get him off
getting
that cheap crap.
Starting to, yeah. I mean, I think he's getting in a lot of good shape. Feels good, looks good. So
Great man.
Happy for him. Yeah, he's a good man.
Well, he owns Beef O'Brays in Lynn Haven. You want to go over there and have a great time. You're over there on Wednesdays in Lynn Haven. Get out to Beef O'Brays, 10 wings inside for $9.99. TVs everywhere. Great place to watch the SEC baseball, which gets cranked up in about another 2 hours. Bama, Missouri's the first ball game. Matter of fact, my daughter's there right now as we speak. They might have a chance of some bad weather tonight. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But anyway, get out to Beef O'Brays, watch the SEC championship from Hoover. Have you ever been there, Paul?
I've been there one time. It's a great place.
God.
They've done a lot of stuff there. They spent a lot of money there, which was great. And I'm just telling you, I love the atmosphere. I mean, just the receiving of all the teams coming in.
LSU, Mississippi State, everybody's going to be there this year. It's incredible.
Hide the liquor.
It's already sold out.
Yeah.
Gonna be some Jello shots.
Oh yeah,
LSU's going to drink them dry.
Absolutely. Hey, if we're over in Lynn Haven, we're going to get some jewelry. Where are we going to go?
Well, if you're a smart person, and I know you are, you're going to take your jewelry for a free cleaning and inspection to David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77 in Lynn Haven. And if you'd like, you can take your gold and diamond jewelry and sell it to them. Gold is at an all-time high right now. So if you need some money, take your gold to David Adamson Designer Jewelry, Highway 77 in Lynn Haven.
We're going to try our best to get Coach Jones on right here if we can. Talk about the heartbreaking loss yesterday to American Heritage. Were they ranked 20th in the country?
We're about 20th.
Another private school takes down a public school. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, home of the Atlanta Braves.
This Memorial Day, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida honors our local heroes. A Panama City native, United States Air Force Senior Master Sergeant Sherry Lynn Olds served 20 years and died in the 1998 embassy bombing in Nairobi, Africa, while serving her country. Thank you for your service and great sacrifice. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Tuesday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a moderate breeze out of the south-southwest, mostly sunshine and 84. Partly cloudy skies tonight, about the same at 79. Tomorrow, mixture of some sun and very light rain and a gentle breeze right around 12 miles per hour with a high of 84. The same at 84 Thursday, and we'll have some clouds. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
Dust off your boots and get ready for some action. Let 'em Buck Productions presents the Vortex Spring 6th Annual Rodeo. This Friday and Saturday night starting at 7. Tickets are just $15. Buckaroos under 5 are free. Witness thrilling rodeo events sanctioned by the Professional Cowboy Association. We'll see you at the 6th Annual Vortex Spring Rodeo. Vortex Spring, 1517 Vortex Spring Lane in Ponce de Leon. For more information, call 850-258-8471.
It's been an up-and-down start for the 2025 Atlanta Braves, which means every win counts more than ever.
Michael swings and hits one way up in the air, streaking out of the ballpark as the kid strikes again.
Tonight, the road trip rolls on from D.C. as Ozzie Albies and the Braves take on division rivals, the Washington Nationals.
Braves traveling to the nation's capital. First pitch, 5:45. Your home for the Braves on the Gulf Coast. ESPN, Northwest Florida.
He's a 10-foot-tall, barrel-chested beast man who showers in vodka and feeds his baby shrimp scampi.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Please welcome.
Ain't don't hurt.
Live and local from the J. Michaels studio, the Coach James Hale Show, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And good morning, welcome back to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. One thing I do want to mention real quick, if you could please do this, we certainly appreciate it. Ryan Mulvey going through a very difficult time right now. Their expenses are going through the roof, travel, and they're trying everything they can. If you could go to GoFundMe, the search, you type in Ryan and his fight, give whatever you can give. We certainly appreciate it. I think we got over $9,000 just in that. And I know we've also got money here that was not added in there, so we're probably getting close to around $10,000. They're going to need every penny of that and more, and more. So if you can do that, we certainly appreciate it. Go GoFundMe.com, search in Ron Mulvey and his fight. You can do it. And remember, they do get a cut of that. If you want to bring by the studio, write a check out, no cash. Write a check out to Ron Mulvey, put it on an envelope, put it in our box out here. Randy will make sure he gets
box out here, and the address is 204 Suite B, Ellen Lane.
Let's bring him on right now. Since he's gotten here from California, he has really changed Arnold High School baseball program into nothing but a winner. They go and make it to the state championship series. That's never happened in 25 years of the history of the school. It's never happened until now. Coach Jones, how are you doing, sir? I feel bad for you. 3-2, it kind of got away from us. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I couldn't be better. Let's talk about the injury, first of all. Eli, was it the second pitch of the game he goes down?
No, he faced two batters, but I think he threw 10 pitches. And then he just had a little episode where he had a really fast heart rate, out of control kind of heart rate. He was feeling dizzy, having really hard time focusing and actually seeing. So it was, I think he had a sort of an electrolyte imbalance, and after a while, maybe hour and a half in the air conditioning underneath the stadium, he started feeling himself again. But it was, obviously unfortunate timing for him. I mean, he really wants to compete. He's one of our most competitive kids. So he had to get pulled from the game after two batters, and so that was not obviously the way we drew up the start of the game, but just an amazing credit to our young men, our baseball players that we have. That the next man steps up, Jackson Ross, who has had 6 at-bats all year, went in and played first base because he's been sitting behind two guys that play first base. It's either Cooper Moss or Eli Blair. So he's a sophomore with a really bright future, but he's had not very many chances. And he got thrown into the biggest stage, had 4 at-bats last night after having 6 all year. Cooper Moss had to warm up right there in the middle of the inning, and that's a hard thing to do with a bunch of people in the stands in a scenario like that, a setting like that. And he got warmed up. He helped us compete. He held it to 2-0 after the first inning there, and he gave up nothing until the 8th inning against truly one of the best hitting lineups that we've faced. we faced a lot of really good teams this year, and I'll put their lineup up against anybody. I think Trinity Christian maybe has the best lineup in the country, but I think American Heritage is a very close second. They were just an excellent team. We expected them to be really good, and frankly, they ended up being significantly better than we even expected. That's one heck of a team they got there. And tribute to our kids and the character we have, and just the grit that this program has displayed this year, especially to just take some things like that. Nico Landavaza went down a few innings later with a shoulder popping out of place, I believe. I'm not an expert medically, but that was another thing we had to kind of circumnavigate. But the kids stuck together. They're great teammates. They're unbelievable baseball players. They're just even better humans, and we fought an unbelievably good team, tooth and nail, right, literally down to the last pitch in the 8th inning.
Yeah,
somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose, and it just wasn't our turn last night. But I can't be any more proud of the way this group of young men performed and comported themselves.
Coach Hale and I were both in Southwest Florida for a long time. You said, it was an electrolyte thing. Was it really hot and humid down there? I mean, it's always going to be hot. We know that we lived down there for a long time. But, I mean, was it especially hot that he was having these heat issues?
Yeah, yes, it was 93 down here, and I'm sure there's humidity there. It certainly felt hot here. We tried our best the last week or so to make sure we were hydrating and trying to prepare for the heat. But the whole, the situation in general, like just playing in that stadium at that sort of at that level, and the heat, all those things seem to certainly combine. But we're very fortunate and very happy that it's nothing incredibly serious. It was just an incident that happened. It seems like he's back to normal now.
That's good.
We're grateful for that.
Let's talk a little bit about these seniors. I mean, you have some tremendous guys out there. Seems like a really close-knit group to go down there and compete with a team of that caliber. I know you probably heard a little bit this morning, but 3-2 is an awesome, showing against a team of that caliber. Talk a little bit about what these seniors meant to this program and what it means for you guys moving forward.
It's hard to say what these seniors meant to this program. They have completely transformed this program. I mean, every week we start this radio show and you blow me up like I've done something to this program and taken it to different heights, etc. It's not me. I mean, it's the players, and truly this group of seniors that we have has raised the bar at Arnold High School to a level that was just not even thought of 4 years ago. And like I was saying, it sounds like coach speak, but they truly are better kids, better humans than they are baseball players, and they are really good baseball players.
Yeah.
And they've just been such a great experience to be able to be around them for 4 years and try and coach them and not mess them up and point them in the right direction and sort of let them play and watch them play. But like I said, just on and off the field, they've been everything you could possibly ask for. They will be so sorely missed in every aspect, in their leadership and their quality, their character, and obviously from their on the field performance, they're going to be missed. But they have done something for this program that no other group has done, and it's hard to imagine that another group could have this impact that these 4 or 5 seniors have had. These 5 seniors have had, and 4 of them really have been playing since they were freshmen. So they've had this impact for all 4 years of their high school career. And they will be sorely missed, but they will be thought of fondly, I think, for the rest of my life, for sure.
Hey, Coach, real quick, what was your message to those boys coming in? Because that was, such a devastating blow. One of your leaders going down early like that, having to get your next guy to step up, to be ready, a lot of pressure, a lot of heat, as you said earlier. What was your message right there coming into that inning to be able to get them ready to, get ready to prepare one of their studs going down like that, and just, one of the guys that's led the team the whole year? What did you say to them?
I'll be honest, didn't say anything. I mean, we've had a lot of time together. We had a long season. We had a lot of ups and downs, and they have always just gone to the next play. And so I'm sure at some point, sort of as they were running off the field, I said something about, let's just go. We got 7 innings, let's compete every pitch. But didn't pull them together and have a big speech or anything because they're super mature and they're amazing teammates. And they don't need me to tell them how, what the situation is. They know. But they also have tremendous confidence in themselves and their teammates. And we knew that the next man up was going to do the job, and we're just going to keep fighting and try and see what we can do and win the game for Eli so we could pitch again tonight. But and they certainly tried like heck to do that. So, maybe it's not a great answer, but we didn't have a big speech or anything like that. It was just we keep moving. I think we treat this game pretty professionally and take every game, at what it is and try and go pitch to pitch. And he went down, the next man's up, and we all were very much concerned about Eli, much more than, what was going on the field. And it was just time to keep moving. These kids they have such tremendous strength of character that they didn't need a speech from me.
Coach, I tell you what, great season. Proud of you, proud of the players. Thank you for coming on this year, and we'll hopefully get up with you this summer and get you on here as a special guest. But you guys enjoy the rest of your trip, and thank you for all what you've done for Arnold High School since you've been here, and thank you so much for taking time out this morning. Thank you, Coach.
No problem. Thank you for all you do for our kids and our community. I really appreciate everything you guys do.
Well, thank you. We'll talk to you soon. Good luck.
Congratulations, Coach.
I tell you one thing, with Eli going down, a lot of people think he's just a pitcher. No. He's one of their best hitters. He can crush that ball. So
when you got Cooper come in, that's going to be the biggest issue is taking that bat out of the lineup. Losing 3-2 like that, you take one of your second, third best hitters in the entire lineup, then that's a big blow.
Yeah,
tough for them, man, because they're as good as that team. Really, I mean, maybe not 1 through 12, but their pitching, their matchups, they could have really won that game. I feel bad for them.
All right, get out to El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, right across the street from the Navy base. David does such a good job down there. They got the best happy hour anywhere. Buy one get one free, house wine, draft beer, and also small. Not big, small margaritas, Wildcat. Go check it out. We think
no such thing.
This is the place to go have birthday parties. They got a great facility there, and every Thursday night, some of the best singing you'll hear anywhere. Yes, I sing on Thursday nights. You need to come down there and have a great time with us. They've got a Davis open a new one on Front Beach Road. Go on down past Walmart. Keep on going. Not too far from there. It's 10908 Front Beach Road. Park in the back. Again, 2 great locations, El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill. Newbies, 4 great locations, not 3, 4. Newbies 2 on the curve. Go watch the ACC, SEC tournaments, professional league. Go watch it all. Any kind of sporting event on Newbies 2. Have a great time down there. Head to the mothership. John and Shark can have the best entertainment for you every weekend, all summer long. Miss Newbies. Get out to one of the 4. Have a great time. Tell them Coach sent you. Tomorrow, 7:30, the man, the myth, the legend, Dr. Ward does an incredible job. He'll be talking about the Florida Gators with at 7:30. 1 in 5 developed skin cancer can be deadly. He's got office throughout the Panhandle of Florida. 5 minutes can save your life. Don't put it off. If it doesn't look right, feel right, go see Dr. Ward. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida at 7:45. Give us a call. We are going to give away a Gulf Coast Jam ticket and maybe a hug from Wildcat. Who knows? We'll be right back.
Got plenty of that.
This Memorial Day, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida honors our local heroes. From Port St. Joe, Sergeant Clifford Sims, United States Army, made the ultimate sacrifice. While in heavy combat in Vietnam, company leader Sergeant Sims threw himself on top of an enemy explosive device in order to save the soldiers of Company D. Thank you for your service and great sacrifice. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Do you want to eat like a local? The Local 115 is now open. Local drinks, local sports, and local food. Delicious oysters, crab cakes, steamed seafood, gumbos, salads, paninis, wings, wine, and cold beer. Nothing fried. That's right. No fried foods at Local 115. Amazing local food with an exciting local sports and mural theme. Eat like a local at the Local 115. 115 Harrison Avenue, downtown Panama City.
Get ready for your next adventure and discover Kia at Bill Bird Kia today. Check out the 2025 SUV family. The road is yours. Take a test drive and see the all-new features that elevate any adventure. Now offering 1.9% APR up to 60 months on the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sportage or a 2025 Kia Sorento. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. We'll treat you like family and give you the peace of mind that you can trust. Bill Bird Kia is the home of that 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com. See us today.
Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sportage and a 2025 Sorento with $1,748 per month per 1,000 financed in 60 months. Qualities limited. Cannot be combined with other finance offers not available on balloon financing. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers must take delivery from dealer stock through 6/2/25.
He doesn't try on clothes at the department stores. He just rips stuff off the hanger and lives with the consequences for years.
It's classy, it's intriguing.
He's sexy, sassy, and full of spunk.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We got the man, the myth, the legendary family, the Vandegrift family. Yes, they're wealthy. They owned part of North Carolina. They had a shipping business back in the 1900s. They were the wealthiest family in the world for a long time. And one of the family members broke out and got into coaching. His name's Don. He married a lady named Judy. And they don't want people know about the wealth, but now the word's out. They do own the Biltmore up in North Carolina. Let's bring on one of the spoiled brats, Kyle Vandegrift. Kyle, what's up, Big Daddy?
Hey, what's up, Coach?
I couldn't be better, man. No, I'm just messing with you.
Good morning, and good morning, Wildcat. Jason,
Good morning,
how y'all
man.
doing?
We couldn't be better, man. Hey, I want to get into this everything down to your local 115. These lunch specials sound pretty good, man. I've had the crab cakes are the best you'll get I'm talking anywhere. I love the gumbo down there. But you're talking lunches under $14. Tell us what's going on lunchtime down there at the local 115.
Yeah. You know, we're trying to promote some quick grab and goes, quick lunches. You know, we have some deals under $14. You know, we got soups and salads for $12. Combo, half sandwich and super salad for $10, and then a crab cake lump special for $14. So we got a few things out there we're offering, trying to just make another option downtown, and all that good stuff. And then on Wednesdays we have trivia and wing and wine down Wednesday, and so. You know, it's trivia with a side of roast, so I'll be hosting tomorrow night. So, you know, we'll have some hurt feelings reports you can fill out afterwards if you feel so inclined to do so.
Kyle, what time does it start?
But, so it starts at 6. It's 6 to 8. We do 3 15-question rounds and then a bonus round. And at the end of the summer, I've got the belt. I just ordered it. It's coming in. It's like a WWE championship or heavyweight championship belt with the local. Going to get their name engraved on it. Have it as like a pride thing. We'll also have about $500 worth of gift prizes.
Oh boy!
Like
James Hale says put his name on it.
Go ahead
right
and put
now.
it on there.
No,
H-A-L-E.
Did you know the answer to Julie like last time at Bay Point?
Yeah.
Every question James Hale gets has to be about Alabama football.
I'd win it then.
Yeah,
I would win
Yeah.
it then.
It can't be anything except Alabama football. Then he'll
Exactly.
participate.
I will say, if I win that thing,
Well,
I'm
our
gonna walk around the
questions
restaurant
our
and be so
questions are kind of
loud
like
about
general
it.
knowledge.
Go ahead. Sorry about that. I was talking. My bad.
No, I'm sorry, Jason. Yeah, our questions are all over the place, man. We did like last week. It was we did like U.S. history to general knowledge to sports to Star Wars. So it's all over the place. Maybe do a little Harry Potter. I mean, it's a wide variety. That way, it keeps it real fair. You know, the most people you can have on your team is 4, right? And so that's who will win will be that team, and they'll compete each week, and they'll earn points. And then the bonus round is worth 3 times. So if you didn't do good in the first, second, or third round, your bonus round you can really pick up.
Do you get to keep the
those
belt?
are really hard questions. Yeah, so we'll keep the belt at the local, but you'll get to you'll get to take it with you a little bit. But we're gonna need it back. You can get a little bragging rights, get a little name recognition with it. We'll put a little picture on the wall. But yeah, we'll get it back and we'll house it there at the local so you can see.
No, James, I'm thinking you, Manly, Moon. Who's the fourth one? Give him a fourth.
I'll jump in there.
Wildcat.
There you go.
Wildcat.
I'm ready.
Of course.
No, it'd be Wildcat, Jason, me, and Glenn. We'll kick
Wildcat
butt.
would be great at trivia because he's the ligaments to the bones of this Coach Hale show.
There's no doubt.
It ain't you, Coach.
Yeah, I know. It's a secret.
You taking notes in there?
The Best of Bay DJ right there. Man.
I'm gonna give you a raise. Hey, I got to ask you this, Kyle.
What's 0 times 2?
I got to ask you this now.
7.
Why did you pick down the location, the name? Tell everybody the story behind all that.
So we found the place with Kevin Wattenbarger, who's y'all know Kevin. He's a great guy here in town, commercial property manager, and we saw the mural and uncovered, pulled it apart, started looking at it and going, wow, this is really cool. We believe in Alan Branch's vision of Panama City and downtown Harrison Avenue, and we're a big supporter of him. And there's nothing like, putting your money where your mouth is if you support something. And so everything started falling into place. We ran into some obstacles, but we got the doors open. So now we got to figure out how to keep them. Yeah. And I really do like the way downtown's trending. It's a really, really neat place, especially on Saturdays, man. With the farmers market, the boutiques, the specials. It's really, really a cool place. And we just want Local 115 with all the sports memorabilia being like a little Hall of Fame, our little gym. We just want to be a part of it and hopefully make it to be a place where people can talk about old memories and also make new ones.
So, I mean, really, we don't have a Bay County, one of the few counties don't have a Bay County Hall of Fame. We do, though, with the Local 115, because I say it all the time. If you played sports or if you were a cheerleader or band member, you're going to know, your picture's probably down there. You're going to know somebody. You need to go check it out. I love that about the Tommy Oliver draft beer. What I love about that, the price is actually what you say it is. It doesn't continue to go up. I love that.
Yeah, no, we keeping that, and we're going to keep the Red Fish Red as well. That's our other in-house beer. It's an
I know
amber.
what you're saying there. Yeah.
But just to let you know, Dad got another about 15 rounds of pictures that he got redone, and he dropped them off at the office. So I'm gonna take a look at them and go through them. But we got some more stuff we're going to be lining up in the hallways and in the bathrooms as well, and really finish the deal. It's amazing how hard it is to actually get stuff from people, because a lot of the stuff that we're getting was not digital. The smartphone came out in 2009 or something like that. Well, we're talking about 70s, 80s, 90s. I mean, we've got to find Polaroids, take pictures of them, blow them up, and make them actually look good on an 8x10.
Hey, I want to ask you this, too, before we get you off here today. I know some of the coaches are actually having signings down at your restaurant. I think the national champ or state champ, I call them national champs also. Yeah. Arnold's soccer team. Aren't they going to have some signings down there?
Yeah, so Coach Hammond called and said, hey, a couple of my players didn't get to do their signing day. I think it was during the time where they were actually playing in the championship. And I guess the school or what have you. Anyway, so he called and said, hey, we'd love to do it at the 115. So we're working out all the logistics. I know this week is graduation, so we may do it next week. But, yeah, that's an honor that, a coach like Jonathan Hammond, I mean, he's the GOAT. He's as far as coaching at soccer in the nation.
Yeah, crazy.
In the upper echelon of coaches, and that's just an honor to even be asked that. So we're going to do everything we can to help support these kids and their families, and as well as these coaches and their programs.
Well, Kyle, I appreciate you calling in. Get out to Local 115. I tell you what, you have a great meal, great atmosphere, and it is Bay County Hall of Fame. Hey, thanks for coming on. We'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Coach. Love you, Wildcat.
Love you too. Come back in here, Kyle.
All right, Turf Pro Pest Control. You want that yard look beautiful? We can make it happen. I tell you what, Pat does a great job. Listen to him every Monday at 8:30 right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. You got bugs in your house, they also can take care of that. Turf Pro Pest Control, #1, not even close. You know, Kyle's got the Local 115, but he also has Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. They design it, they build it, commercial, residential. They can do it all. You know what? That boy can do anything. Yeah. He's incredible.
He's a good man.
Whatever he touches turns to gold. If you want a great roof and not spend every penny you got, you want to go to Vandy Roofing. They do incredible work, no doubt about that. And I'm really excited about Steve's Bike Shop right across the street from Sam's. Steve's been serving Bay County there since 1979.
Wow.
1979. Those electric bikes are taking over the world. You go in Bay Point, that's all you see, and they fly. Yeah. I mean, them things are fast. Electrical bikes, I like the old-fashioned. He's got both type, large selection of both. They can work on both of them. They do a great job. Brand new, used, they got it all at Steve's Bike Shop. Go check it out. Get you a good bike. If you got one, you're going to need new tires, go there. I guarantee you'll be happy with that. Stevenson Air Condition, locals taking care of locals anytime, day or night. You call Jason, they'll be there. And it is hot, it is humid, it is miserable. Get your air conditioning and cooling system done now. Get them come out, let them service it. It's going to save you money. Your power bill is going to last longer. Stevenson Air Condition, #1.
You ready to give away a ticket?
Give us a call right now.
Here we go.
The number is 215-6290. We're going to give away a Gulf Coast Jam. One ticket. Just one. Sweet talk me, brag on me, maybe two. Probably not.
Don't say that.
Depending on how much money.
All kinds of trouble. One ticket.
Depending on how much money they'll give us under the table.
215-6290, caller number 5, right?
We're always trying to make money. We'll be right back. 104.5. Yeah.
ESPN Northwest Florida. The afternoon underdogs.
That the home run leader and hit leader of all time in the MLB are both kept out of the Hall of Fame because of really egregious lapses in character. Put them in the museum part of the Hall of Fame, sure, but a plaque glorifies them. I don't want to see Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame. That's my take on it.
4 to 6 weekdays. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Tuesday's weather. This afternoon and evening, there will be a moderate breeze out of the south-southwest, mostly sunshine and 84. Partly cloudy skies tonight, about the same at 79. Tomorrow, mixture of some sun and very light rain and a gentle breeze right around 12 miles per hour with a high of 84. The same at 84 Thursday, and we'll have some clouds. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Dust off your boots and get ready for some action. Let 'em Buck Productions presents the Vortex Springs 6th Annual Rodeo. This Friday and Saturday night starting at 7. Tickets are just $15. Buckaroos under 5 are free. Witness thrilling rodeo events sanctioned by the Professional Cowboy Association. We'll see you at the 6th Annual Vortex Spring Rodeo. Vortex Spring, 1517 Vortex Spring Lane in Ponce de Leon. For more information, call 850-258-8471.
CBC Construction is looking for a few good men. At CBC Construction, our greatest strength lies within our talented team. Join us and be a part of a dynamic company that values its people. We offer a tremendous opportunity to create a future for your family and the Florida Panhandle. CBC Construction is now hiring. Call us at 850-740-3815 or visit cbcconstruction.com to learn more. CBC Construction. Be part of a winning team.
It's been an up and down start for the 2025 Atlanta Braves, which means every win counts more than ever.
Michael swings and hits one way up in the air. Streak streaking out of the ballpark as the kid strikes again.
Tonight, the road trip rolls on from D.C. as Ozzie Albies and the Braves take on division rivals, the Washington Nationals.
Braves traveling to the nation's capital. First pitch, 5:45. Your home for the Braves on the Gulf Coast. ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. The tradition continues.
Lots of force on this one. Hello, Chop House. A 2-run homer.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. I want to give a shout out to Dr. Chad Mitchell. Listen to every Monday right here at ESPN Northwest Florida. If you have any type of injury, go see Chad. This will be his 26 years. He's been taking care of athletes here in Bay County. The guy's incredible. He does a robotic surgery the old-fashioned way. He can do it all. The legend, Chad Mitchell. We got another local legend on the phone right now. Good morning.
Or not.
Are you there, Tony?
Good morning.
Oh, I'm here. Yes, good morning.
Who is this?
This is Tony Morrell
Hey, Tony. Do you live on the beach or in town?
in town.
I got to ask you, what's your favorite football team?
Alabama.
Come on.
Oh, my God. Hey.
This is real.
Hey, that's what I'm talking
He's
about.
a winner.
That's what I'm talking about. Where are you originally from?
Oh, Southport.
Okay, even better. Heck, man. We got a Mobile guy in here. We got a Montgomery guy in here. And we got two Ohio boys in here also. Forgive us for that. Are you looking forward to going to Gulf Coast Jam?
I am. Yes,
well,
sir.
Good.
Exactly.
Well, good. Hey, he tell you everything you need to do?
Yes. No.
Okay,
No,
don't hang up. He's going to tell you what you got to do. Hey, I got to give it to you. It's in my bag right here. Okay, I'll get it. Yeah, I want you to go have a great time. Before we get you off, I want to ask you, what do you think? Is DeBoer the guy? Is he the answer, or you think we're going to be going to Lane Kiffin after this, or what?
I'm hoping DeBoer's the guy, but we got to give him another year to check. First year was hard. It was hard to judge it all in one season. So I'd like to give him season number 2 and see what it looks like. I'm gonna hope he's the guy.
Yeah, I do too. Were you concerned like I was, though, the lack of discipline of that football team, the fights, not coming off the field twice, the Auburn game, the Vandy game? That's my biggest deal, is just the lack of discipline.
Yes, I agree with that. Yes, I wasn't real pleased with it this year, but I mean, I'm giving the benefit of the doubt at least one more season, and then if not, I would like to see someone like Kiffin if he doesn't work out.
Yeah, I'm like you. I hope they do it. I think the magic number is 10. I think he has to make the playoffs. He wins 10 games, he'll be fine. He goes 9-4 again. There are going to be a lot of upset people.
Yes, sir. I agree, 100%.
Well, man, I really appreciate you listening. Keep on listening, and I'm glad you won your tickets. I hope you have a great time, and anything we can do for you, just let us know, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Don't hang up. Don't hang up.
Yeah. Okay, I will.
Wildcat set him up. All right, Jim, what do you got for us today? FSU, what's going on?
All right, well, this time of year, Florida State has done very well all year in baseball. We all know that. Now it's kind of reward season. They had 7 guys got some form of all ACC. They had 3 in the first team. Alex Ladise, who was a shortstop, who's also the ACC Player of the Year and the Defensive Player of the Year, so he obviously had quite a season. Pitcher Jamie Arnold was first team, and second base Drew Farrow was first team. So they're shortstop and second base, first team all ACC. That's a pretty good place to start if you're playing baseball. Your middle infield, so that's pretty good. Second team was Max Williams, an outfielder. Also second team was pitcher Joey Vellini. Third team was another outfielder, Gage Harrelson, and all freshman team was their first baseman, Miles Bailey. So 3 of their 4 infielders won some kind of all ACC, so they must have a pretty good team right there.
Yeah.
The ACC tournament is starting today. Florida State will not be playing today, I think, till Friday, because there's all 16 teams are seeded. They all got to lose at least once, so it's going to take a little bit to get to the point, because Florida State is now, I'll get to the rankings here in a second. It's pretty high up. So here's how they're ranked in the ACC. Georgia Tech is number 1, Florida State number 2, North Carolina 3, North Carolina State 4, Clemson 5, Virginia 6, Duke 7, Wake Forest 8. Now, Our earlier call was talking about Miami. Miami's number 9 in the ACC. They've really fallen off because the U forever was outstanding in baseball.
Yeah.
But Miami's 10, Louisville 10, Notre Dame's 11. We talked about that too, how they've fallen off now that Jarrett is now coaching in Tallahassee. Virginia Tech's 12, Stanford 13, Boston College 14, Pitt 15, Cal 16. So all those teams got to lose at least once, So it's going to take a little bit for, like I said, I think Florida State's not playing till Friday. And it's the winner of Game 7, and I could figure it out, but I don't know who exactly it's going to be. But it's going to be till Friday,
Right.
All right, and you got to win, I think, 2 out of 3. So that takes a little bit of time too. Now, as far as softball goes, they're doing outstanding too. They're hosting a super regional. There's 8 super regionals, and when I was researching this, if you followed the other day, I've been kind of sick lately. I haven't been following it as much as I normally do. And I was looking at the super regionals. I'm going, where's Texas A&M? I thought they were the big powerhouse of softball, and they got beat by Liberty. Of all people.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Liberty beat Texas A&M? So here's the 8 super regions in softball. In Eugene, Oregon, there's Oregon versus Liberty. In Norman, Oklahoma, your boys are going to have, or girls are going to have their work cut out for them. They're playing Oklahoma. Let me know how that works out, Coach Hale. In Gainesville, you got Georgia and Florida. That's obviously a pretty good setup.
Nice setup.
In
there.
Fayetteville, Ole Miss, and Arkansas, Tallahassee, Florida State, and Texas Tech. Now, I got to be honest, I don't know anything about Texas Tech.
They got the girl from Oklahoma, the Kennedy girl
good.
that was the number 1 pitcher in the
But,
country last year.
obviously, you get to this level, they have to be pretty competitive.
Oh, they got the best pitcher in the sport.
And then in Austin, you got Clemson versus Texas, Knoxville's Nebraska versus Tennessee. And Nebraska had a really good year. Their pitchers are doing really well. And then, can't read my own, Columbia, UCLA versus South Carolina. That's crazy. You UCLA and you got to go to Columbia, South Carolina. That's crazy. And then that's it. So, and then the College World Series starts May 29th through June 5th and 6th. So it's going to be a little bit yet. But so out of all that, you're going to get 8 winners advanced to Omaha, and we'll see what happens. I think Florida State will be one of them. They've been good all year. They've been good for a number of years. So I wouldn't suspect it'd be any different now.
Well, you remember the Oklahoma pitcher that basically blanked everybody for the entire season. She plays for Texas Tech. She got the highest NIL deal for Texas in college women's
Really?
softball.
I thought she went to Nebraska.
No, she went to the Texas Tech, so she's their number 1. That's a big-time matchup for Florida State. Florida State did really well because they were down to Auburn. They lost the first game, came back, beat them the second game. So that's the most exciting regional matchup I want to watch.
I was thinking that pitcher from Nebraska.
I think she went to Texas Tech. I think her name's Kennedy. I was looking at some of the Florida State postings on the game and the matchup coming up, and that's what they were talking about.
That girl that you're talking about for Nebraska, her name's Jordan Bale.
Yep.
She went 5 for 5, 4
Yeah.
home runs.
See, wasn't that the girl that was at Oklahoma? See, that's what I thought. I could be wrong.
I don't know where she came from, but she had herself a regional.
Oh, yeah.
You
And
think?
they even walked her. They walked her like 7 times or something like that. Still, and she still hit 4 home runs in that regional.
Yeah.
These are pretty
she
good.
won. Yeah, and she won 20 games this year as a pitcher too.
Wow.
So she had 10 strikeouts in that regional.
I don't have my phone on me, or I would research this a little bit better, make sure we were talking about the same thing. But I'm pretty sure the pitcher from Oklahoma went to Texas Tech, and she was the highest NIL.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That she had left and gone somewhere. Okay.
And I think it's the first time Texas Tech's made a regional, super regional.
And I know this is the Florida State, but I gotta poke the bear, pun intended. What about Alabama and Oklahoma, Coach Hale?
Roll Tide.
How's that going to work out?
Bama put it on Virginia Tech.
We don't care about Virginia. We're talking about Oklahoma.
Saturday they beat Virginia Tech 4-3. Sunday they
about the
beat
Sooners,
Virginia
brother.
Tech 3-2. Now for that great performance, they get to go to Norman, Oklahoma. They play Friday, May 23rd, 4:00 ESPN2. You know, we beat them this year. We beat Oklahoma this year in softball.
There you go.
So it could happen again.
Is it going to be 11 o'clock kickoff?
No, it's going to be the first pitches at 4. And then on Saturday, May 24th, 2 o'clock on ESPN, Alabama, Oklahoma. Watch out, Sooners. We're coming after you, baby.
We're coming.
We're coming. We're here. We're ready to go. Bama's going to get it done. Maybe.
We'll make a side wager off the air on that one.
We shall see.
I just want to remind you, Oklahoma's won it 4 years in a row. Okay, I'm just saying.
Well, also remind us, week 1 of college football, FSU, Bama.
Yeah.
You're talking about hot weather, 2:30?
And tell the viewers out there, Mr. Alabama, why you are not traveling 2 hours to go watch them play when in the past I personally have known you travel 14 hours to go to Texas to watch them play, but you won't travel 2 hours to go to Tallahassee.
It was air conditioned.
It's your moke.
Alice, Jerry's
It's
World.
indoors.
It was worth going to see that stadium.
Yeah.
That stadium's incredible.
Is it out there? I haven't been out there. Did you take the tour?
We went out there when they played Michigan State in the playoffs. I just love the stadium. We had tickets to the Notre Dame game when they played them out there, and I hurt my back and I couldn't go. Blaine and we had 4 of us going to go, and we didn't go.
We actually had tickets to the Ohio State-Oregon game, and our guy was going to fly us out there on his private jet.
Yeah. That was the first playoff year.
Was it Jerry getting married? Was that the weekend?
Okay. We were. No, actually, what had happened after we snuck out of the rehearsal dinner. Jim and I went to my house, watched Alabama Ohio State. Well, at halftime.
This is in 2014.
At halftime, I go back and call Jared and said, "Hey, let's go."
He's booking tickets.
We had it won. We had the damn.
Now, and the thing, but you got to know the setup. He knew I could hear him talking on the phone to him. So, yeah, Jared, Ohio State sucks. Yeah, we're going to be Dallas.
It's not
we're
going to be close.
Jim Bob, no, he's not going. He's staying home because they're losing. How'd that work out, James?
Yeah, well.
How'd that game work out?
I got real quiet as the game went on. I was like,
that Zika, 85 yards through the heart of the South.
That's right.
Ripped our heart out. that
Cardell Jones broke.
I'll be honest.
13 quarterback.
Lane Kiffin helped us out in that game.
He did.
That's one of the reasons him and Nick went this way. But I guess they have a lot of respect for each other post after that. But I think Sarkisian did a lot better job as offensive coordinator, ironically.
All right, we get back. We got the Alabama update. Speaking of the Crimson Tide, we got a couple things going on. We'll talk about something. And I'm glad that Paul's here because he can really agree or disagree with something I'm getting ready to say. These two probably disagree. But Jason, Max Fit Sports Nutrition, let's talk about that.
Yeah, we got a free sample bar. So if you do use any proteins, pre-workouts, amino acids, vitamins, we got some mass gainers for those high school kids. Just come in. You don't have to buy anything. You can try our products for free. That way you get an idea what's great for you. We have our InBody 570, so that helps us track skeletal muscle, body fat, gives us your baseline metabolic rate. It's a full body composition analyzer, so you can come in and do weekly, bi-weekly check-ins. That way you can see the results. You can see, the meal plan's working, and helps us adjust your meal plan if something gets out of whack. So, but we're located on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village, next to Black Sheep Armory and Taziki's, and in Pier Park North, we're right next to Dick's Sporting Goods on the north side.
Don't forget today, J. Michael's Restaurant, black beans and rice, a special day, but you can get the best seafood, the coldest beer, the legendary J. Michael's. Go have a great lunch there. Tell Carla that Coach sent you. I tell you, they do a great job down there. Also, 4 great locations at Newbies. I want to thank them for the FSU update. Charlotte, I love Charlotte. Always giving back to the community. Let's go support one of the 4 Newbies. Get out and have a great time. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Miss Kennedy said you two do not know what you're talking about. Jim Bob's wrong. Buckeyes didn't even make the tournament. Last place in baseball. Omaha. He said something about Omaha.
What?
Yeah. He said y'all
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Colin Cowherd. You see these anonymous polls the NBA does. Well, the WNBA just did an anonymous poll, and the truth finally came out. Caitlin Clark voted on by general managers the best point guard, the best shooting guard, and the singular player they would start the franchise with.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays, ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Tuesday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a moderate breeze out of the south-southwest, mostly sunshine and 84. Partly cloudy skies tonight, about the same at 79. Tomorrow, mixture of some sun and very light rain and a gentle breeze right around 12 miles per hour with a high of 84. The same at 84 Thursday, and we'll have some clouds. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Lone Star Boil House and Sports Bar, where the locals go for the best boiled seafood around. Crawfish, shrimp, red royals, and everything crabs. Watch almost every sporting event in the country on their huge outdoor jumbotron. Follow them on Facebook to stay up to date on weekly events, live music, and food and beer specials. Lone Star Boil House and Sports Bar, your home away from home for sports, good times, and great food. The best boiled seafood. Lone Star Boil House and Sports Bar, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Fort St. John. Powered by Panama City Toyota, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Northwest Florida Wrestling presents live professional wrestling at the Possum Palace. Saturday, June 7th in Wausau. Exciting men's and women's wrestling with a huge 20-man Royal Rumble. Doors open at 4. Matches start at 5 at the Possum Palace. Front row tickets $15. General admission $12. Kids 5 and under free. All proceeds go to medical expenses for Chase Henson. We'll sell you the whole seat, but you'll only need the air.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Bonafide and qualified.
Live and local from the J. Michael Studio.
Certified.
From the Sports Talk Monster. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Tide. Alabama Update is provided by Stevenson Air Conditioning. They're there for you anytime, day or night. Do what Jason Kowaleski did. Dr. Chad Mitchell, myself, and just about everybody else that's ever been in this studio. You got a unit that's old, get rid of it. Go ahead and bite the bullet. Buy you a brand new one. It will actually pay for itself over a period of time. Stevenson Air Conditioning, locals taking care of locals throughout the Panhandle of Florida. Get it serviced right now. If you got an old unit, get it serviced. Let it last a little bit longer. If I had to go ahead and get a new one, your power bill is going to drop. You're going to save money like crazy.
My house is colder and my power bill's less.
Yeah.
So
it's all about Stevenson Air Conditioning. Locals taking care of locals. It's like Max Fit Sports Nutrition, just like all of our sponsors. We all deal with local people. They grew up here. They do incredible work. They care. They take a lot of pride. Family businesses are outstanding, and Stevenson Air Conditioning is as good as any of them, maybe the best of all time. All right, this is College Football Live 24/7. They had an article, and I want to go over it. They might have taken it a little bit too far. Coach Paul Bear Bryant also had great coaching staffs. He had a record at one time, more former coaches that worked for him that went on to become head football coaches, and Pat Dye, a bunch of them done a really great job. I think it was 33 or 36. I can't remember the record, but they said this. The most loaded coaching staff in sports history. I think that may be a little bit too far. Paul, maybe you and I might agree with this, but let's look at it. This is the staff, and this is the team. We're talking about Nick Saban's Alabama coaching staff. Defensive coordinator, Kirby Smart. What is Kirby Smart since he's left there? He's won 105 games. He's won back-to-back national championships. Recruits like no other, the legendary Kirby Smart. Offensive coordinator, Lane Kiffin. What has he done? Look at the job he's done at Ole Miss. After he left Nick, where did he go? FIU, I think it was down there. FAU, one of them did a really good job down there. But what he's done, he didn't get enough credit for what he's done at Ole Miss. I played at Southern Mississippi, kept up with that program for years. They've always struggled to be competitive consistently, and he's done it there.
And I think they're underrated this year.
I do
not
too.
a lot of talk about them.
I like the quarterback.
Got a lot of talent. They got hit the portal hard. Defense is going to be good, so watch out for Ole Miss
and
this
people
year.
think I'm a nut. Well, they lost one of the best quarterbacks. And I said, no, the guy they got coming back is a great player. Wait and see.
He's a good quarterback,
player.
Coach. He's always going to have good quarterbacks.
Yeah, no doubt. But that's two right there. The offense, defense coordinators, they're really good. They're both head coaches doing a great job. The offensive line coach, Cristobal, I wonder if he regrets leaving Oregon.
Probably not. I mean, that's his alma mater, Miami. I mean,
He's from Miami.
What has Oregon done and what has Miami done?
Would you rather play Oregon, play Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan, or would you rather be Miami and you play Florida State, Clemson, and you're in the...
to me, it's kind of a trade-off. You play in front of a sold-out crowd instead of playing in front of 15,000.
They're never going to play in front of a sold-out crowd. It doesn't matter.
Not in Miami. Not in Miami. That's what I'm saying.
They got the easiest path.
I get it. I coached down in Central Florida and South Florida for 19 years, and I was like, I want to get back to the true South. And the true South is the Florida Panhandle, just like South Alabama is what it is. So I get it. I miss it. I want to get closer to home. It took me 19 years to get back. He loves Miami. He's from there. You're right. That reason alone, I understand it.
Plus, Miami's that unique place that has a crazy billionaire NIL booster that kind of is like Phil Knight. So they're not lacking in NIL in any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
They're the one of the teams that is at the top of NIL, unfortunately.
Now, the wide receiver coach on this staff. Now, listen, this is all on the same staff. The wide receiver coach at the time was Billy Napier. And now he's the head football coach at Florida. Florida Gators, Florida's back. Wait and see. Gators are back.
I'm still waiting to see, man.
9 wins, SEC, they're going to make the playoffs.
If he makes the playoffs, he should be coach of the year, by far.
The toughest schedule by far.
By far. And plus where he was last year at that middle season after they lost to Miami.
Dead man walking.
It was dead man walking. Yeah. And then, bam, they turned. And it was the defense to me. That defensive front was dominant. If you watch that Ole Miss game, they controlled that line of scrimmage.
He started playing freshmen, and they produced
we knew what Lagway was, but the difference to me was when that defense started to match the offense and they started getting some big-time wins. And that means they were playing hard for the guys, so you got to give them credit.
Yeah, I like what he's doing down there. And, really and truly, you should always win at Florida.
Yeah.
And they seem like they're all back on the same page down there. So, hey, before we got there, averaged 10 wins every season, just about where he's been.
Once they get that Michigan president in place, they'll be doing whatever. They're going to win.
We can't let that happen, guys. We cannot let this happen.
No, please, just
we got another president leaving a SEC powerhouse school. I'll talk about that later. We have time. Then we have Bo Davis. Bo Davis is a great coach.
Yeah.
Bo Davis is a great job, defensive line.
Is he at LSU now? Then he go to Texas and then to LSU?
Is he at LSU? I think he's at LSU.
I think he is because he took a lot of big-time programs.
One of our
him.
top recruiters.
Yeah.
What?
Your most important fan is on
I'm not going to drop the Alabama update for any. Who is it?
No, this guy you
Who
will.
is it?
This guy I'm not going to tell you. It's your most
I ain't doing
important
it.
fan.
And the only one I'll do it for is Michigan Eddie. Is it Michigan Eddie? Oh, okay. The only person on this earth I would do it.
God bless
I
you.
have a great Alabama update going.
Thank you for saving us from this.
Let's bring him on.
Historic.
The mouth of the North, the one and only Michigan Eddie. Woo! Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. American hero.
Hey, I remember WWF Jimmy Hart's Mouth of the South?
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah, that's good. Oh, by the way, Jim Bob Superfly, the College World Series for the ladies is always in OKC, which is like the softball capital of the world. Omaha is where the guys play. You should know that. And by the way, how the Ohio State Buckeyes baseball team doing?
They suck. Nobody cares.
We're a football school, buddy.
They suck. Nobody cares.
We just win natties.
Nobody cares. Nobody
they
cares.
were so bad, they got run by Michigan.
Nobody
and
cares.
They didn't even make the Big Ten tournament.
Yeah, we didn't want to.
Yeah, because you're a one-dimensional school that sucked. That's why.
Call me from Sharon's house.
We just landed another 5-star safety. We used that money for baseball for football, buddy.
Two-loss national champion.
But
and Michigan's
just stop. What was the last two words you said there? What was the last two words you said there?
That's right,
I couldn't hear you.
national champions. That's right. You're right.
Was it national champions? Like, did you? Is that what it was?
Two-loss. Okay,
I thought the Iron Bowl was
champion
bad.
with two losses. Two losses.
This is a one-sided.
How are you? Yeah, Coach Hale called me a coward. So, because I was dropping the kids off at school, so I'm calling and interrupting your stupid Alabama update, Coach. So, what say you?
Hey, I'm okay with it because you know what? Everything you've done for this country, what a great father you are, what a great man you are. I will have. It's an honor to have you on this show.
Keep talking so we don't have to talk about Auburn.
Yeah. Keep going.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about anything from Alabama personally. But Ono Island is good, though. Brett Favre's got a place there, by the way. That place is beautiful. Ono Island. Have you ever been there? Down by Orange Beach and all that?
Oh, it's
Harris
beautiful.
used to play a lot of soccer down there. And that place is beautiful. And then the Senior Bowl. There's only a couple good things about Alabama. A few. There's a Russell Stover candy outlet outside Birmingham, or Huntsville is pretty good. And then you got the Senior Bowl, and then you got Orange Beach, the soccer complexes and all that. And you got the USS Alabama. That's about it.
Orange Beach is beautiful. I mean, it's still kind of underdeveloped, so you see some of that kind of historic, like beachfront property that nobody's tapped into yet, which I love. But great city, great area. A lot of concerts.
Here's what I still laugh at. As good as Orange Beach is, Alabama at some point could have had Destin.
Right.
Could have had
We owned
Pensacola.
it and gave it away.
Yeah.
We don't want this. You take
we
it back.
can't grow cotton down there. It's all sand.
But what are you thinking?
Do you think I'm kidding?
No, it's all farmers up there. So what would they want with beachfront property
That's all
that's
sand down
worth
there.
hundreds of
We don't
millions
want
of
that.
dollars?
There's no value to that. There's
Yeah.
nothing.
Good move.
Unbelievable.
We,
And we
when I-
got great people from the state of Alabama. You're really
Oh,
starting.
you
You're really starting to
you guys-
upset me here. We got great,
No,
wonderful
you-
people.
You guys do actually. I want to do that bell and grass garden thing at Christmas time. I heard that's really
Oh,
beautiful.
it's beautiful.
I heard that's really.
Paul's
Those are
family
great
owns
people
that.
From Alabama. Huh?
Yeah, you just come
Paul's
down.
family owns that.
Yeah, just come down and we'll just tell them who you are and we'll get you in there.
Free of charge.
We'll get you in there for free.
As far as you know.
Wear your Michigan jersey too.
Yeah.
That way we can
Yeah,
identify
wear that
you.
Michigan that jersey up in Alabama.
hey,
Go ahead.
Hey, I'll wear my Mesa blue overalls, dude. Dang right, you know who I am.
Yeah, they're gonna jump you.
Hey, in all seriously now,
I'm
seriously.
kidding. I'll be there standing with you.
You know
No,
for
hey,
a fact.
hey,
Wait
I'm
a minute.
off,
Wait a
man.
Big
minute.
10 versus
Wait a
12.
minute.
Hey, hold
Wait
on.
a minute. No,
what happened
you
at
wait a
Bourbon
minute.
Street that 1 year? What happened at Bourbon Street when LSU and Alabama played for the BCS at that Crystals on Bourbon? Google that one. That's kind of sick.
I went to a national
Alabama and
championship
LSU
game
fans
in
are
Louisiana
demented.
against LSU in New Orleans, and it was pretty violent. I mean, they didn't like outsiders over there, and there's a lot of outsiders.
Yeah,
And
that's
the
the
Your Furners,
What did you think about that coaching staff? That's pretty incredible.
That's
wasn't
the best coaching staff ever assembled in college football. Has to be.
At least in the current amount.
Yeah,
Yeah,
currently,
there's I don't care if you like them, hate them, love them, whatever. It doesn't matter.
they're
It's
all-
good.
And did
That's
Dan
what
Lanning
head
coach
coaches.
under that staff, or was he just under him at Georgia?
What now?
Dan Lanning.
Dan Lanning.
He probably was like a
he was an
grad
analyst or
assistant.
something. He worked at Alabama for
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
and then he went with Kirby.
Right,
Kirby
yeah.
got the head job at Georgia.
So even the grad assistants
I mean,
were
it was loaded,
pretty good.
man.
Yeah.
It was loaded. You know,
Now you got unlimited coaching staffs. Now, I know Ohio State brought in like 5 offensive line coaches last year, so
Yeah.
that's what kind of helped them tweak that line when they got injured. So it's just a different area. You can have unlimited on-field coaching now, so these staffs are going to get really, really big and really
Miss
good.
Geddes, you want to hold on? We got to take a break. I wanted to ask you a question about the Buckeyes.
Yeah, I'll hold on.
Show your
All right,
respect, sir.
All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Again, we talked about Stevenson Air Conditioning. Seriously, anytime, day or night. If it breaks down, this summer heat is going to be brutal. You call Stevenson Air Conditioning, they'll be there for you. They do great work, no doubt about that. Also, don't forget about El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, right across the street from the Navy base. Great place to have birthday parties, the best happy hour anywhere. And they got 2 locations now. Front Beach Road, the address is 10908 Front Beach Road, park in the back. Great place. It's huge in there also. Karaoke on Thursday nights and the best happy hour, buy one, get one free. We're talking about draft beer, margarita house wine, El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill. Dr. Chad Mitchell, robotic surgery. It's incredible what they can do now. Less cutting, not huge scars, and they do incredible work. You're back on the field quicker. If you get any type of injury, go see Chad Mitchell. This is his 26th year. 26 years. Bay County Sidelines, free, no charge. The guy's
man.
incredible.
Yeah.
He even works on super athletes like Michigan Eddie's son, like how great he is. He takes care of him also. He takes care of the best, no doubt about that. We'll be right back with Paul. We'll be right back with Jason, Wildcat, and Jim, and the one and only, the American legend, Michigan Eddie.
The Atlanta Braves are back.
Here comes the throw. It's late. Braves win.
And ESPN Northwest Florida is your exclusive radio home for Braves country.
He just wrecked that thing. Straight away center, a homer for Riley.
Sales, Strider, Acuna, Ozzie, Riley, Profar, and Coach Snitker lead a stellar lineup. Listen live nights and weekends on ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Tuesday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a moderate breeze out of the south-southwest, mostly sunshine and 84. Partly cloudy skies tonight, about the same at 79. Tomorrow, mixture of some sun and very light rain and a gentle breeze right around 12 miles per hour with a high of 84. The same at 84 Thursday, and we'll have some clouds. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
That boot store reminds you to thank a veteran this Memorial Day. Without the many sacrifices of our military, we could not enjoy the freedoms we realize today. And remember, that boot store carries a wide selection of name brand Western wear and work clothing like Carhartt work clothes that will make the perfect gift for that veteran at an affordable price. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 9 till 5. Friday and Saturday, 9 till 5:30. Next to Bill Burr Kia 15th Street, Panama City. That boot store where God is good all the time.
Pier Park, get ready to shake things up. Paradise Nutrition is now open. Craving flavor and fitness? We've got you covered. Loaded teas, protein-packed shakes, gourmet coffees, and refreshing drinks. From our signature Jimmy Buffett tea to Reese's shake, Paradise Nutrition has over 600 flavor combos. Need energy? Appetite control? We've got add-ons like boba, biotin, collagen, and probiotics. Plus, try our donut whole shot appetite suppressant. Paradise Nutrition, Pier Park, next to Target.
Want to know the inside scoop on your favorite teams? From the gridiron to the hardwood to the diamond. For comprehensive sports coverage, it's ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
Oh, yeah. Turn it up, Wildcat. Whoa. Eagle. Hey, Martha, Ken, Kenny, James, Jenna, Phil, Pat Dye, all of you. War damn
Ryan
Eagle.
Movey.
That's right, Ryan Movey. War Eagle, baby. I tell you what, Auburn's back. I'm telling you right now.
Craig
Auburn
Sechrist
is back. They're going to do something
Auburn.
this year. They named the field after Pat Dye, but you don't see a whole lot of things down there. Every game this year we played, you'll be scripted out on the field, Pat Dye Field, Jordan Hare. I won't say Jordan Hare, but it's going to say Pat Dye.
Yeah.
What a great job he did as a coach there. Before we get into the Auburn update, we're going to ask the legendary Michigan Eddie a couple questions. I want him to be fair and balanced. I want him to listen, not freak out, and you guys don't say anything either. All this stuff we're reading, Michigan Eddie, they show me some sites. If all this stuff is true, and it does come out, will you apologize to these two here for all the way you've treated us about they didn't cheat, they didn't do this wrong, they didn't do that wrong? Because it sounds like they're going to get hammered by the NCAA. I just want you to be fair about it. If they actually did these things that they're being accused of, will you apologize to these two young men?
You guys going to apologize for all the stuff you badmouthed Michigan before all this crap started?
Yeah, I will.
Will the sourpuss Buckeye boys do?
Well, if we were wrong on anything, I'll always apologize. I'm not the type of guy that's going to be like, I say something wrong and then come back if I've been proven. I don't think we're very far off. I just think that when you listen to
don't talk over each other.
Jim Bob Superfly Snuka, he's the biggest sourpuss of them all. He's worse than you, Jason.
No, I'm not a sourpuss. I'm a realist.
Oh, you are too.
I played college football. I coached college football. I know more about. I forgot more about it than you know. Okay, it's going to happen. They're going to get hammered.
That's true.
Thank you.
That's
Have a good
true.
day.
You should know more than me because you played it and you coached it. You should. That's a no-brainer.
My philosophy at this point.
That's like me and Jets. I should know more about Jets than you because that's what I did my whole career.
One person speak at a time.
Okay, let me just say this. At this point, to me, I'm going to wait and see what the Committee on Infractions say because I don't want to get into this back and forth. At the end of the day, nobody knows 100% what's going to happen. There's a lot of evidence that points to things happening, and I don't think you're getting true information from your media sources because the Michigan media sources are kind of running cover for the stuff that's going on right now. But if you read read the Big Ten letter from Petiti, it lays it all out, and there's not any wiggle room. Like it was pretty damning what they said. I can't see them not punishing them with the lack of cooperation. And you know this, under the Tressel thing was, jaywalking basically. But because he didn't cooperate with the NCAA and none of your coaches did, they destroyed evidence. Harbaugh left for the NCAA, never interviewed. I think that's going to be the problem and not even the crime because usually the cover-up's worse than the crime. And the NCAA, if you don't cooperate, that's when they usually hammer teams. So I don't want to see necessarily the whole program get nuked, but I do want to see if this did happen, the coaches and stuff get nuked, because that was a damning cheating scandal that really
all the
was
coaches
very
are gone.
extensive.
All
Yeah,
the
they
coaches
just
are
left, but
gone.
they never cooperated, and I don't understand how Michigan fans, and I'm not saying anything wrong with Michigan fans thinking this way, but if you don't cooperate with the NCAA and you just kind of thumb your nose at them and be like, nah, we ain't got to do that, you sign, anytime you work for the NCAA, a letter that you submit to their investigation, you submit to their question, and if you just don't do that, they're going to hammer you.
That's like that with any organization. You submit to their authority.
For sure. That's what
it doesn't matter what job you have.
That's what being a member of the NCAA is. We are going to submit to your governing body, to you rule on your
You
rules.
became part of this willingly. Okay.
And I don't think they have a choice at this point. That's why it's going to the Committee on Infractions. I really think if they would have came back and said, hey, we're going to suspend Moore for 6 games, nothing else, maybe a big fine, I think Michigan's staff and administration would have took that and ran with it and be like, let's just get this behind us. This season might be okay, but we're not probably going to win a national title. So having Moore suspended 6 games to get this out of the media, make sure we maintain our national championship would be the biggest thing for me at this point. I think they would have ran with it, but I think there's some heavy sanctions that are in the works, and I think Michigan's going to fight it to the end.
Well, we should fight to the end because NCAA is corrupt as crap as well. If Michigan is, what's the NCAA? They're 10 times as worse. They pick and choose who they want to go after, and you know it. And there's a lot of other schools that are actually guilty of worse if the accusations are true and all of that. But I'll be the first to admit, if Michigan did wrong, I don't condone that. I'm an honest dude, and I'm a guy of integrity. So, but here's the thing: wait till all that evidence comes out, and we'll see what happens. And that's all I can do right now.
Well, that's why I respect you, Michigan.
And everything on the internet isn't true, and we'll just let it all play out. And all that. So you got Patini saying one thing. Then you say the NCAA president, after they won the championship, it's fair. They want a fair and square and all that. So you got a bunch of hypocrites on both sides doing whatever, and they won't let it go to bed. Like how many games was Harbaugh suspended that championship year?
6.
And now Moore is suspended for a couple games this year. Like, it just keeps dragging on and dragging on. Just one way or another, just be done with it and move on.
But that was the Michigan side. They're trying to get ahead of this, which makes me think the penalties are even more stiff, because if Michigan's offering them up 2 games, to me, and they're picking their 2 games, like, to me, that was a very bad look and a very bad.
All I know is with Michigan, it makes me sick about that doctor. When Schembecker was coaching and all that, all the players came out that they were kind of abused and all that, like that MSU, that's sickening. And then the assistant coach just like a peeping Tom over the internet or on the computer, that's sickening. That never should have happened. That's not the Michigan way, and you know that, Jason.
Yeah. I have a lot of respect for Michigan.
And that's not what Michigan stands for. But sometimes you get bad apples in the mix, and they run it for everybody.
Yeah, we saw it at Penn State. We've seen it in some form at Ohio State with these doctors. It's very strange to me, though, that these doctors that were performing physicals, they're going to touch your junk. Now, all of a sudden, after they died 20 years later, they all became sexual predators. I'm not saying it didn't happen, because there's some evidence that it was, but there's a lot of.
But then again, a big physical football player, and don't you think they would do something right then?
I've always thought that.
Yeah.
I don't want to diminish any victims. I don't want to victim shame anybody. I'm not saying any names, but it's very strange that these billion-dollar lawsuits came up 20 years after these guys died. They're like, oh yeah, he touched me. Well, a doctor touched me when I was 12. It was called a physical. You turned your head and coughed. I mean, we all been through it. If you played Little League Baseball, if you played football.
But we're talking college athletes.
I know. You're talking 6'4", 300-pound guys, and he's saying a 150-pound doctor touched me, and then I didn't say anything for 20 years.
A lot of these came from gymnasts, though, too.
No, there were some with Nasser and some of the other guys that were really damning, so I'm not trying to do that. But
you're right.
Every single doctor at that time is under some sort of investigation. There's a bunch of lawsuits that happened at Ohio State, Michigan. I mean, I think Penn State, we all know what happened there.
Right.
But to me, some of these stories, I think people are just trying to get that payday, unfortunately.
You might be right.
Michigan, I want to thank you for calling.
That's true.
Thanks for calling, buddy. I appreciate it. But and I like what you said. I thought I heard you say Michigan's done some things crooked, and so's the NCAA. I think I heard
just
that.
trying to start a fight with you, Eddie.
No, I thought he said he was being honest. I like what he said. He was being fair and balanced, so nobody can complain.
NCAA is crooked as a bowl of Fruit Loops, man.
All I gotta say is get y'all's crap together so we can dominate these SEC teams.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute now.
Well, that's the
wait a minute.
Hold on now.
I'm just trying to get
Wait a minute.
these guys.
And that's the thing too. You're not hearing anything about our doctors down here. We're taking care of our doctors.
We got real men. We
players.
got real doctors down here.
Y'all probably been covering up like the NIL y'all been having the last 20 years.
Hey, boy.
You just turn your head that way.
Yeah.
Look that way.
Cough again. All right, we're tired of talking to you. Thanks for calling, man. The one and only, the Michigan Eddie.
See you, Eddie.
Anyway, I got a great Auburn update one day. We'll talk about it. We got time. Okay. All right. Let's talk about some great people. We told you about the local 115 trivia night Wednesday night. Go there and have a great time. Lunch special, $14 and under. They got some great stuff down there. Try the crab cakes are incredible. The gumbo's also outstanding. The local 115, the Bay County Hall of Fame is right down there. Go check it out. Also, Vandy Roofing, they design it, they build commercial, residential. But if you need a new roof, it's Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. They do incredible work down there. Turpro Pest Control, #1, not even close. Patrick does a great job. You want that yard to be beautiful? Call Patrick. They'll come out with a game plan. They'll execute it, and they score every time. They're incredible. Listen to Patrick every Monday, 8:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN.
Keep the game going with ESPN Northwest Florida. Just because you get out of the car doesn't mean the Sports Talk and Live play-by-play have to end. Just say, hey, Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida. From Michigan Avenue to the man cave, from the car to the kitchen, we've got you covered. Keep the game going. Hey, Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida.
With over 65 years of combined experience, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to help you take your collection to the next level. They carry all the new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia, and supplies. New and vintage cards in Pokemon. They sell and trade cards and are always looking to buy. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards is open 7 days a week at 752 West 23rd Street, down from Academy Sports. It can always be reached at instantReplaySportsCards.com.
Have you ever met a single person in your life that enjoys paying taxes? No, no one does. If you can't sleep at night because you have a huge problem with the IRS, I've got some free advice for you. This service is strictly limited to individuals that owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes. And if you qualify, we can guarantee that you won't be writing a big fat check to the IRS, or our services cost you nothing. The first 100 people that call today will get a free tax consultation worth $500. Stop worrying about your IRS problem. We can help you, we promise. Call the tax doctor right now. I mean right now, to learn more.
800-605-4650. 800-605-4650. 800-605-4650. That's 800-605-4650.
It's been an up and down start for the 2025 Atlanta Braves, which means every win counts more than ever.
Michael swings and hits one way up in the air, streaking out of the ballpark as the kid strikes again.
Tonight, the road trip rolls on from D.C. as Ozzie Albies and the Braves take on division rivals, the Washington Nationals.
Braves traveling to the nation's capital. First pitch, 5:45. Your home for the Braves on the Gulf Coast. ESPN Northwest Florida.
He has a really low passenger rating on Uber. He punched a magician and started a petition to remove the penny from circulation.
Like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael studio.
Is he sane? I have no idea.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Good to hear from Michigan Eddie again.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah, we all know he's going through some health issues. Wildcat's going through some stuff like that. So we ask you to keep all of them in your prayers. Ryan Movey, Wildcat, and also Michigan Eddie. Wonderful, great father. He's a really
Eddie sounded like he had some pep in his step again.
Yeah, sounded good. Sounded better. Mean. He's back being mean again.
I will say this about Michigan, though. Their basketball program, they made a home run hire with Dusty May. And if they keep that kid, Yaks, whatever, he's in the NBA draft right now. If he pulls out, they're going to be a top 5 team next year. I mean, they're really, really good. And that pains me like none other to say that.
Paul, I want to ask you this. We grew up in the great state of Alabama. Maybe it's just because of my age group. I never truly ever hated Auburn. I grew up watching Suge Jordan show and Paul Bear Bryant show every Sunday. Everybody go in the house, watch it. Half the family was for Auburn. The other half for Alabama. I was a big Bama guy. But I never hated it like I hear. I really think Michigan and Ohio State really hate each other pretty bad. Florida State, a heated rivalry. I think they're more kind of like the Alabama, like the Iron Bowl. But you can really tell Michigan and Ohio State, they take this stuff seriously, man.
Yeah, they do. I used to live in Columbus, Ohio for 2 years.
Oh, cool.
There you go.
And when I was working there, my dislike for Ohio State grew so much because of the hatred that was spewed between the two. Because you're right, Alabama, Auburn, I mean, growing up, I mean, you had families that just wouldn't get together just because, hey, we're not going to discuss it because our team lost this year or whatever. Right. And then, but going up there, it's a different kind of hate for sure. Seeing it up there live and in person, which I don't have a dog in that hunt necessarily. I would like for both teams to lose and lose bad frequently in everything that they do. So, but man, the way they get at each other. There used to be a radio show up there with two guys named Common Man and the Torg.
Oh yeah.
And they used to just, I mean, they used to go at it. And the one team that they used to hate the most up there at Ohio State, besides Michigan, was Wisconsin. They hated Wisconsin. They would always talk about Bielema and all of that. But those guys are pretty reckless up there when it comes to getting into arguments and disputes.
Why is it so different between Michigan and Ohio State? Because, like I said, FSU, Florida is kind of like Alabama, Auburn. I think there's more respect for one another. And I mean, I hear Michigan State talk. He can't stand Ohio.
I think it started with Woody and Bo. I mean, that 10-year war was like a tremendous battle.
Let me give you my 2 cents. When Woody and Bo coached against each other, it was mutual
hate.
Not hatred, but I mean, they coached together.
Right, yeah.
They knew each other well. They knew the offense. I mean, it was
but Woody felt slighted that Bo went to Michigan as an assistant.
It was like an inter-squad game.
Right.
I mean, it was. But at least I respected Bo Schembechler.
Right.
I have no respect for Jim Harbaugh. None.
And I think that's what's changed over the last 6 years.
He's a liar.
It went from we really hate each other to, but we have some respect for you, to now it's just vitriol and hate. There's no respect. There's no, if you believe in what you're hearing from the reports, you believe they took those extra steps. They robbed a lot of people of winning seasons. C.J. Stroud was one of the best quarterbacks that we've ever had, and he was terrible against Michigan, and we were like, that's kind of weird.
And see, what people always want to do with this too, they always want to make this Michigan thing, they want to make it Ohio State and Michigan. It's not. Talk to Rick Schiano at Rutgers. Talk to Franklin at Penn State. Talk to those other coaches. Bielema.
It's the entire Big Ten outside of Michigan.
It's the whole Big Ten.
That's not one thing.
They have no respect for Michigan because Michigan cheated. Everybody knows. The whole world knows it, except the people who live in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
That's because their media is not giving them full access to that.
Well, they're going to get it here in about 3 weeks.
Well, and that's the thing, too. When you look at the biggest thing that they hate the most. What did he say?
The Ohio State people are delusional. They're liberals from California. These two are not.
That describes what I kind of see them as, because they believe in the media that says anything, but not the rest of the country and every other team in the country. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're in this little bubble that you want to hear what they're telling you because it makes you feel good about yourself. But when you got 13 Big Ten teams, and they're on video, every stadium has cameras now. They have videos of shooting the operation on the sidelines, them standing behind the bench and recording, and like the coaches shouting out signals,
holding their phones up to the sideline.
It's crazy. And then you throw in the white
Y'all got
stuff.
people riled up right
You got to think too, like they had Ryan Day on the hot seat just because they were losing to Michigan and Michigan only. He wasn't losing to anybody else. He was blowing everybody else out. Losing to Michigan, you're on the hot seat.
Did you see his face after that loss? I thought he was going to drop dead of a heart attack.
Yeah,
I thought
his
he was
face was
going to
red.
die.
He needed somebody to check his
He wins a
pulse.
national championship afterwards.
Yeah. It just losing one game, and then he's on the hot seat, ready to have a heart attack on the sideline, just mad, upset. I thought his wife was going to leave him. I didn't know what was going to happen.
There's conversation. We lost some assistants because of that type of vitriol that came after that Michigan game. There's no doubt that, the guy that went to Penn State, Knowles, probably had an effect that, he probably got some hate mail. Our offensive line coach went to San Diego or wherever he went in the NFL. Right. Offensive coordinator left. I don't think that was more. He's making $6 million a year, so that had a little bit more effect. But it's a pressure cooker up there. If you don't beat Michigan.
And I said this before. I said it to James today before the show. This is, we're talking about Ryan Day. Everything being equal, let's not change anything except one play. If in 2022, Ohio State makes the field goal against Georgia, they beat Georgia.
Yeah.
They go to TCU. They go and destroy TCU. They'd have been national champs. Okay, 23, not so much. Last year they were national champs. Now that means, just with one made field goal, they would have won 2 national championships. Would not have beaten Michigan either year, would not have been Big Ten champ either year. No Big Ten championship, would never have beaten Michigan in that time, but would have been national champs twice.
Yeah.
Now, would that be satisfactory for any fan base in America?
Yes.
I would sure hope so.
Yeah.
Well, look at Alabama.
I would sure hope so.
We lost to Auburn, I think, twice and won national championships. And Auburn people never say the things that Michigan people say. They don't ever say, y'all didn't, y'all are a fake champion.
This fake champion and you were fourth in the Big Ten. So reverse it. Let's say everything's reversed and let's say Michigan won with every scenario being the same. You wouldn't have been fake champs?
Right.
Yeah.
You can't have it both ways.
Right. Yeah.
You can't argue the same argument both ways.
Paul, let me ask you this. When you look at Alabama, Auburn, because I think it's the head coaches, and I'd say in the SEC, you wouldn't have this cheating like Michigan did, like say Auburn did that or Alabama, because everybody else in the conference would be going crazy about it. And you just don't do that. You always talk about when our coaches there, both sides, Shug Jordan, Pat Dye, Coach Bryant, I think Ray, all of them always preach class.
Yeah.
Always class. Auburn side, always class. Discipline programs. So they wouldn't stoop to that low. Now, I'm not talking recruiting.
I was going to say, you wouldn't pay quarterbacks $200,000 to go to the school.
I'm not talking.
Albert Means?
I'm not talking recruiting because recruiting, they get upset at each other. I know for a fact when Barfield was there and Bryant Coach Bryant got them on probation.
Yeah.
Because of recruiting violations and stuff. Yeah. Philip Fulmer in Alabama, the hate there because of that. Recruiting, it's as dirty as it gets in the SEC.
Yeah.
But to go out and cheat like that ain't gonna happen in the SEC.
No, I think they just let it go because I think they know the success, and I don't think the reasoning behind the wins is what Michigan had. The reasoning behind it. I mean, there's so much proof that it's behind the wins. Like they didn't just go out there.
There's
and
no class. It's like no class.
They had no class
did.
with what they did. They did it.
And we're not talking Michigan fans. We're talking about the guy. What's his name? The guy that
Stallions.
The guy that was a military guy, knows how to do certain things.
He's a code breaker for the military.
Code breaker. So
that's very strange just to go hire a guy like that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like what? I mean,
I watched that documentary too that they did on him, and it's just like they tried to curve it a little bit, like to make it look like, oh no, that was nothing. You're just seeing stuff, but
well, they leave it where you can.
This is my problem. They're like, why don't we turn in everybody else doing it? Because there's nobody else doing it. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody standing next to the offensive defensive coordinator with a big sheet that has all the signals on it, and they're looking at the other sidelines, and they're like, oh, okay, and then they talk to the defensive coordinator, and then he gets them into a defense. Like, there's no other team, no evidence, no videos. This is the type of stuff that the Michigan fans are being fed by their media, that, oh, everybody does it. Stallions should just expose it. Well, let's go. Do it. Let's see it. Bring out all the evidence. Let's get everybody that's doing it, because I want everybody gone that's doing it, because I think it's such an unfair advantage.
He always remembers, oh, yeah, you guys won fair and square, which is taken completely out of context. But he never talks about how his own quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, after they won the national championship, on TV, live TV, out of his own mouth, says, yeah, we had to cheat to catch up to Ohio State. This is J.J. McCarthy admitting it.
I remember that.
Admitting it. Now, he didn't say that. There was some demon that took over his body and made the words come out. Demons come out. Your quarterback said that.
On national TV.
On national TV. Tell me that didn't happen. Show me where it didn't happen.
And that just proves to you that the coaches said something to the players about this. So the players were probably...
The players knew. They saw it like we did on TV when they're over there waving and tell them to play.
Jason, they knew.
I know that. I'm just saying what they can prove versus what we know.
Let me ask you
common
this.
sense.
I want to go to FSU, Florida. When Spurrier went after Coach Bowden about the late hits, really going after Mickey, about all the late hits.
Yeah, play to the echo.
That got really ugly there for a while, but nothing like this cheating scandal between Ohio State. I don't think anything.
No, because it was more like coach driven, and I don't think it was on field as much with the fans. So I think that's what that was.
And I still think they had respect for each other. This has gotten to the point where there's no respect.
I mean, Spurrier tries to get under skin just to try to get you going.
Yeah,
to try to
look at the end of the Ohio State Michigan game this year where they tried to plant the flag. That was, I mean, there was fights, there was mace going everywhere. I mean, to me, the only rivalry that kind of has that kind of vitriol is Ole Miss, Mississippi State. And I know it's not as high level, but when you watch those guys play, they're trying to hurt each other. I remember one year they broke the quarterback's leg, and that was an ugly situation.
One of them peed in the end zone. That's kind of the egg bowl.
It's classy.
Only in Mississippi. The Harvard of the South universities there. All right, let's talk to some of our great people. Appreciate all you guys. Pat Perno, City Commissioner, Lynn Haven. Get out to Before Brady's. And Pat, they love supporting the Auburn Tigers and all these schools around here. They're incredible. He always gives back to the community. Get out to Before Brady's. Watch the SEC tournament. Watch the ACC tournament. Whatever you want to do at Before Brady's. Great food every Wednesday. 10 wings aside for $9.99. And we're down that way. Let's go see Russ and Amber.
And take your jewelry in there and have the facets checked and have it cleaned, have it sized. They'll repair it if there's anything wrong with it, and they do it quickly, and they do it less than anybody else. Have it appraised for the insurance company, and make sure that you're going to get...
Wildcat, we went down to the water park, and I got that 50 suntan lotion on me, and I still... had a couple issues, but I got an appointment here about 2 weeks with Dr.
You had
Ward.
suntan lotion on instead of sunscreen on.
Yeah, I guess so. But I tell you what, it can be deadly. Don't play around with it. Melanoma will get you. Females out there, I'm telling you, breast cancer and skin cancer, you get hit up more than anybody. Dr. Ward can take care of one of the issues. 5 minutes can save your life. He's got offices throughout the Panhandle of Florida. Listen to him every Wednesday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. You're listening to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, the home of the Atlanta Braves. We'll be right back.
Celebrating 2 years of broadcasting history.
Told you this would work.
It's the Best of Day awarded Inside Drive on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Weekdays 11 to 1 with Ryan Mulvey.
I love it.
Covering the biggest stories, breaking news, the latest trades, and taking your calls. The Inside Drive is live and local middays from the Gulf Plus Studios.
Happy anniversary.
Becky was on roids.
On ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Tuesday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a moderate breeze out of the south-southwest, mostly sunshine and 84. Partly cloudy skies tonight, about the same at 79. Tomorrow, mixture of some sun and very light rain and a gentle breeze right around 12 miles per hour with a high of 84. The same at 84 Thursday, and we'll have some clouds. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Dothan and Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
So you've heard the saying that if you love your job, you'll never have to work? Well, it's true.
I've worked for Brock Lawn and Pest Control for many years. The commitment to the needs of customers
and their commitment to each employee makes Brock a company I'm very proud to be a part of.
Brock's core values are also mine. Give people more than they expect and always honor your promises.
This isn't a job, it's a service to help people live a healthier lifestyle.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control, our family protecting your family.
The #1 SEC call-in show is now twice as big. It's double the Paul Feinbaum Show. Weeknights starting at 6.
Okay, but also go faster.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. I don't know what's going on in the SEC. We hired a liberal, well, I don't think he's officially hired yet, but the guy from Michigan, which I hope does not happen. I don't have anything against him. But people say, no, he's for sports, but for all that to go on with him being president, that's kind of weird. But let me get to this. LSU's president is leaving the SEC, and this is going to make you sick. This is incredible. LSU's president leaving LSU to go to a Big Ten school.
Let's go.
Why would you?
This means more.
Why would you take a step backwards in your career?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Because most presidents are about academics, and there's no comparison. Let's be honest.
Where's he going?
How many people show up to a math exam?
Where is he going?
How many people show up at a math exam?
Well, those people that show up at the math exams are your physicists, scientists, the people that work at NASA. I mean,
this is going to make
doctors.
You sick. All right, William F. Tate is leaving LSU after 4 years. I don't know what's going on at LSU.
It's called not winning a championship.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
It's Brian Kelly.
This is what's got my attention. He's going to Rutgers. Why would you go there?
Is he from there originally?
No. He starts his new post on July 1st. I'm honored to join. Why would you leave LSU unless
the State University of New Jersey, baby, Rutgers?
Who would? Maybe like Sopranos. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe he's
might be some kind of something coming down the.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, we've had. Let's see. We've had LSU players get in some trouble. We've had some other scandals there, not just in football.
Yeah,
in some of the other sports. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Sounds like a
LSU to Rutgers.
University of Florida.
Remember, you used to get mad about the hospital deal. They
were creating foundations, and then they were laundering the money and paying recruits with it, which was pretty dirty. And because some of these were for cancer patients, for families to be able to fly across the country. And this was proven in court. This isn't my opinion, but that was pretty dirty. Yeah.
Because and you know how the NCAA is slow about everything. And maybe there's nothing. Maybe he just wants to move. Maybe he's from that part of the country.
Family members or something over there. Or
he's tired of the pressure of being. Hey, this president a lot of pressure. They had won a national championship. They hired this guy. They pay him $100 million, and he doesn't win one this year. They're saying he could be gone. I think the buyout's now down to $60-something million.
Most school presidents lean towards academia. That's where their prestige is. So I'm not sure what the difference in LSU and Rutgers is as far as academics.
Wait a minute, Jake. Let me go back. Let me give you some SEC experience.
Okay.
In the Southeastern Conference, no, they're hired.
Blowing football games.
That's my point. They're for sports and maybe you're right. He got hired, didn't know the pressure comes with it.
And maybe he's not a sports guy. Maybe
the basketball program there has had some issues.
Had some trouble.
Yeah,
I mean the baseball program, they did win the national title, so that's a good thing. So.
Didn't their softball team get eliminated pretty prematurely here?
Yes.
I think they did. Yeah, they were
lost.
top seed and ended up losing. So
Yeah, Southeast Louisiana put them
that
out.
might be why he got fired right there.
When you don't win championships, it starts at the top. I always said that. If you want to be good, it has to be the superintendent, the principal. In college, it's got to be the president of the university. You got to win.
Yeah.
You know, you got to win. That's like I said at Auburn. I never got to do the Auburn update, but Feinbaum, of all people, said something pretty positive about Auburn, which tells you something
Shocking.
right there. But, I mean, you have to. You know, he even mentioned Hugh Freeze last year lost 2 football games they probably shouldn't have lost, cost him. There's no doubt about that. Oklahoma's one of them. They lost 3 out of 4 games, 1-point games. They lost them. He's right what he said. I mean, there's some issues there. But they're deep across the board. I've made that clear. They are good. Auburn is back. They're going to be good. All it's going to come down is Arnold the answer. Do you think Arnold's the answer for – and what did you think about Hugh Freeze smartly saying, if we can just make a bowl game, if we can just make this bowl game, that would be a huge accomplishment because we're building. We need another class. We've had 2 of them. We got to get 3. Well, now that you have, in the old days, he's right.
Yeah.
You can't play that card anymore.
No.
If you know you need something, there's NIL.
better go get it.
You got NIL, you got to transfer. There's no excuse not to have
You
players
think Yellowwood's thinking that?
No, I'm telling you right now, you and I grew up in that state, you got to win at Auburn.
For sure.
You got to win at Alabama. They've had 4 losing seasons. They're not going to put up with 5.
No.
I don't care who the coach is.
If it starts out early and that seat will start getting hot.
If he loses to Baylor week 1, all bets are off. But they're going to win.
Yeah.
He's a good coach.
Yeah.
He's done a great job recruiting. They're going to be good.
I think Arnold. I think he'll work with Arnold and polish him up, and he'll probably be what everybody was wanting him to be when he was at Oklahoma.
Yeah, and he came out the other day, talked about the defensive coordinator they're keeping. They're really pleased with him. He's making $2.5 million. And matter of fact, him and the LSU coach are tied for second place. Of course, we know the Gruber, the greatest defensive coordinator and all. He brought the national championship to Ohio State, and then James Franklin, spent $3.1 million a year.
They'll probably have the best receiving core in the SEC, maybe with LSU.
I agree.
mean, with the transfer portal and the high school guys. Arnold, that's going to be the X factor.
Play.
If you can get him up to speed and play at a high level, then Auburn could possibly make a playoff. Run. It's a big jump, but. They recruited really well on the defensive line last year, got some 5 stars. I think Malik Autry would be a guy that maybe can come in and play right away. He's a huge defensive tackle. They got defensive linemen. Not sure too much about their secondary, but they've always had great defenses. That's not my worry. Their defense played really well last year. It's going to be about the offense in that quarterback spot. And if you can get
the defense played really well, and they were on the field almost the whole game.
They had a lot of 3-and-outs last year.
And the key is like all these teams now, as thin as your rosters are compared to the old days, you got to stay healthy. Who can stay healthy? I think scheduling is who's got an easier schedule and who can stay healthy. That's who's going to be the ones up there.
But I think this team suits his personality a little bit better because last year he had the best running back maybe in the SEC, and he just didn't want to run him. He wanted to throw and spread the field.
Cost him the Oklahoma game.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to get into this before we get out of here today. I love this too. Hell, I'll do it tomorrow. Love him. I'll talk about him tomorrow. And I was getting ready to brag on Kirby Smart. I love Kirby. Paul, thank you. You're going to be here Friday. Okay. Jason, Jim, Bob. I'll go ahead and tell them now. Monday, we're having all national shows on Monday. All 3 holidays, shutting it down. Talked to Randy last night. But we'll be here the rest of the week. I won't be here the rest of the week. I'll be here tomorrow. But then Jason and them would be doing it. And then Thursday, Jeremy Pridgett, and he's got a crew coming in that's going to do a good job for you.
You going to Hoover?
I don't know. That was the game plan. Now I'm hearing different things. I hear some different things. A little bit.
You never know what you're doing, do you?
Never know. Everything changes, man. Everything changes. But thank you for listening. Appreciate it. We'll give away some Gulf Coast Jam tickets tomorrow.
Yeah.
And Judy's down in Orlando still? They go to the
She'll
park?
be back tomorrow.
Did she get to go to the park?
Autumn had to start back work.
Did did she get the character part you mentioned about?
She's not going to be able to audition for that for a while, but
She gets it. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be
She would do
nice.
that. Jason, real quick,
wanted to do
Max
that for a
Fit.
long time.
Max Fit Sports Nutrition.
Yeah, we got 2 locations. One's on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village, and the other's in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
And again, if you could help Ron Movey out, we certainly would appreciate that. We're getting it up there slowly but surely, but it seems like people are forgetting a little bit about it. If you GoFundMe, type in Ryan his fight, and the GoFundMe thing, they get a portion of that. If you'd like to bring cash to the studio, no, not cash, but a check to the studio, make the check out to Ryan Movey. What's the address here?
It is 204 Suite B, Ellen Lane. That's just off of Gwynn, which is just off of Navy Boulevard. So
Yeah,
you can
put it in a
in
box, outside
in a strong
box.
got a
You'll
lock
see it.
on it. No problem. There's cameras out there.
And Randy will make sure he gets the money. If you want to give cash,
don't do that.
No.
Don't you
Please,
dare.
no.
Don't you dare.
oh, it is. They know I'm just, as far as you know.
Full of it.
All right, we're out. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Weather in the Panhandle never stops. Turn to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast.
Up to the minute weather reports all day long.
A chance of thunderstorms and moderate rain.
In-depth storm coverage.
Winter Storm Enzo.
And breaking weather as it happens.
Hurricane